So why I do so? Because something which will always prevent you from going ahead, and to protect that which always stop you, we have something which I'm going to bring in front of you, which we call it as what? Anyone remember that? What do we call it? To protect you from your own prevention, and we must follow that. Any idea? Any guesses? Quickly, what we regularly share. Come on.
Code of honor?
Exactly, Sonali. Can we have a round of applause for Sonali because she has a great focus. Thank you so much. So here we go with the code of honor, and that's what we are going to share. Why this is important, just now I shared with you, and we must follow. And when we follow, we are going to complete it. And when we are going to follow, we are going to compete with ourselves. So what is the very first thing we need to know and follow is showing up live. Okay, and showing up live means what? It means being on time, remaining punctual, and remaining highly committed to yourself. Why you need to be so? Because this is something which is preparing you from preparing you towards once you get placed in the corporate of America in IT. And when you will practice it, the same thing you will replicate once you will get you will be the part of daily scrum or daily stand-up meeting. And there is another universal law associated with this practice, which says that how you do anything is how you do everything. The second code of honor is being the full stack student, because you started with the very first, pillar of Guru schools, where you need to undergo the instructor-led free training, right? So when you undergo the instructor-led free training, what you become? You become student naturally. Do you agree with this? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so here the case is that slightly towards the upper degree. And what is that? You don't have to be the student, you have to be the full stack student. What does it mean? It means that you need to do all the assignments. That's number one. Number two, not only that, you need to do self research on the topic you have undergone. And third is repeat what you have learned. Okay, and that will make you full stack student. There is another science behind it. We will be talking in further code of honor. Have a close look towards it. The third one is that taking the full responsibility. If you will take the full responsibility of own curriculum towards own training track, and you will do what have been asked to you, this is very easy to attract the success. Okay, and when you will not do that, what you will attract? Can anyone read it?
Failure.
Failure.
Exactly. And when you will take the responsibility of the failure as well, then there is a chances that you can correct it, and that will become the trail to success. And then the failure can be translated into success further. So are we up to take the responsibility of the both? No, when we do the things and when we don't do the things? Do we agree over here?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
move
Yes.
further.
Yes.
And this requires not a very mediocre mindset. It requires a really, really, really extraordinary mindset, where you need to have a complete positive mindset. And to follow this positive mindset, which requires like a bulletproof mindset, I have given you something in Code of Honor number 5. I'll be talking about that. But also, you must have every single day the learning mindset. And while this learning mindset you will develop, you will find some challenges which are good to get you going. And that time, if you will complain, you will drop the idea of continuity. And that time, when you will realize that, yes, this is going towards the complaint, you will be able to drop that complaint, and you will lead towards the complaint free mindset. And with the very realization, you can load your mind with the gratitude. And that time you develop a gratitude mindset. So when I was talking about this positive mindset, one track which I have given you to increase your receptivity when you start your day, start listening to The Strangest Secret, one audio track, which I have requested you to start listening to it every single day. at least once the speaker in the audio himself says that listening to it thrice in a day is going to help. But I do understand that this is a 40 minutes or 30 minutes of long audio track that you can include in your daily listening, and consume it just within 15 or 20 minutes when you will walk, when you will do your exercise or yoga, whatever you do early in the morning. When you will include this, you will see the gradual effect in your lifestyle as well, where it relates back to the mindset, positive mindset, and that you can put it in 2x and always complete within lesser than 20 minutes, that is towards 15 minutes. And how we are going to get it started, every learning for that, the another golden quadrant I have brought in front of you, which is also known as golden quadrant of learning. To do what? To retain your memory for longer. How do we do that? So there are four steps associated with this. Okay, there are how many steps? Can someone tell how many steps? How many steps with this golden quadrant of learning? What we have been following?
Or
Four, exactly, Sawan. Thank you so much for answering. And these four steps come with the four action, and those four actions are declared with the anchor. This anchor is part of also neuro-linguistic programming that gives you self hi-fi or in simple word clap, and then you declare, and then you get into the deep learning. And once learning is done within 24 hours, you are going to draw it and then you summarize it. So in memory vault, everything will remain green when you revise it within 24 hours, for 7 days, and for 30 days. Okay, so 24 hours, 7 days in a week, and 30 days in a month. So the password you can remember for memory vault is what? 24 by 7 by 30. What is the password for memory vault? Can you repeat what just now I said?
24 by 7 by 30.
24 by 7 by 30.
Exactly, and
24 by
that's
7 by
how.
30.
Exactly. Thank you for answering, and that's how you are going to retain in your memory. So, are you up for the declaration for today? Yes. Everyone
Yes.
ready? Okay.
Yes.
How we are
Yes.
going to
Yes.
declare? Okay. Let me hit the recording. I think I have not started recording it.
No,
So.
it's recording
She
already.
started, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
start. Yeah, thank you. So how we are going to declare it? At the count of three, you are going to do a self hi-fi and repeat after me what is selected over here. Okay? Or repeat along with me, you can choose. So repeat along with me. So at the count of three, one, two, three, and clap. I'm a quick learner.
I'm
I'm
a
a quick
quick
I'm a
learner.
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
What
can learn
others
others
and
can
can
learn
master,
learn
and
and
master,
master,
I too can do that.
I
I
too
too
can do
can
that.
do that.
Once again, clap at the count of three and repeat this with me. One, two, three, and clap. Because I'm an awesome learner,
because I'm
Because
an
Because
I
I'm
am
an
an
awesome
learner.
awesome
awesome
learner.
learner.
and today's learning is going to be super duper easy to me.
And
Today's
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 learning
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 is
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 going
going
to
going
to
to
be
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 super
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 duper
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 easy
easy
to
easy
to
to
me.
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 Exactly. So here we are setting up the context that is going to be super duper easy because you said so. And when it is going to happen, so remember to be a giver. Why you need to be a giver? Because on this path of learning, which comes always and that stops you from learning, is known as what? I know it. What it is, what it boosts to. It boosts to your own ego, and it prevents you from the further learning and from the revelating learning as well. So for that, what we do, we always give it away, and when we'll give it away, it keeps us spiritually grounded on this path of growth. And while this is happening, I always request everyone, not only you, to all the students, so have an intent of charity. If you are already earning, then at least start giving away at least 5% or 10% of earning. Why you need to do so? Because when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And what do you want to do? May you survive or grow? What will be your answer?
Grow.
Grow,
Grow.
exactly. So have this intent of charity. Once you are earning with the intent to grow, you will continue to give away, and that will boost your personal economy. But I also, along with this, request everyone, just don't start giving away in the causes you believe in, with the intent to grow, but also to inspire others so that they can also contribute to the society. And while this is happening, don't forget to appreciate what you do and what others do for you, and also remember everything what does not happen to you. So you need to appreciate each and everything. Why? Because when you appreciate, that appreciates you back. So this is the code of honor we need to agree upon, so that this context will protect us from following the content. So do we agree? If we agree, please say along with me, I agree to follow. I agree to follow.
I
I
agree
I
to
agree to
follow.
agree to
Follow.
follow. I agree to
I agree to
Thank
follow.
you. Thank you so much. And here we go with this business analyst. Please confirm me if you have undergone this slide, why business analysis was needed and
yes.
prerequisite for becoming business analyst. You are done with
Yeah,
this?
we went over
Yes.
this.
Okay,
Yes,
fantastic.
yes.
Thank you so much. So here I am sharing the another one. So yes. All right. So I think we should start with this. Okay, so far you have seen uh, the artifacts production on job as a business analyst, analysis and reporting, that we are going to, sorry, these things we are going to cover today. Okay, so what is the very first thing? Tools for business analysis and reporting. So these are top 10 business analyst tool. So Prerna, is it okay if I continue till few slides and then you can pick up if you wish to whenever?
Sure, sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
works.
fantastic. So thank you so much. So there are few tools which business analysis analysts needed. Okay, why they need it? Because in their daily business as usual in BAU, they would require to implement. They will require it to be used for the creation of the new documents, or in the enhancement of the requirement document. Okay, so these few name of few tools, you can take a screenshot of this, that every single day business analyst can use are Microsoft Office Suite, Google Docs, IBM Rational Requisite Pro, and this is Bacamic, SWOT for SWOT analysis, Pencil, Trello, SmartDraw, Rick, and version 1. So these are the few name of the few tools. There are multiple, but few have been categorized and has been included over here. So you need to just remember why tools are needed. And when it comes to tool, you should not feel overwhelmed. Why? Um, Let me know, when did you hear the name of the tool Zoom? Using that, we are having this session today. In which year did you hear this name of the tool Zoom?
During COVID, like 2020.
Okay, so that time it became the buzz. Who else heard it before that, before 2022?
Yeah, I
Um,
did it because we were working in HR, so that was a important
Okay,
part, making
so
documents.
yeah, so in what year can you just tell me, Sonali?
Uh, like before 2020,
Yeah, so in 2019 or 2018?
2018.
Okay, 2018.
Mhm.
Anyone else who heard about it before that, before 2018?
no.
Okay, thank you so much for honest answer. But remember, there's a way older software, Zoom. It was way before active, even in 2012. Yeah, in 2012, and even before that, it was active. But it is most heard in during the COVID in 2020, during 2020. And I was using this particular software since 2013 itself. Okay, so it was way before that. So and earlier, if we would have heard about it, we would have not been felt easy that it is easy to you, because initially, until unless you don't use it, you don't find easiness with that. In the similar manner, what happens, these are the tools, and because you have not used, it is very easy for mind to get freak about it, that this is something which we don't know, and how we will start using it. But just now with the example of Zoom, I just now made you realize that tools name may freak the mind, but when you will start using it, it will also ease your mind and give you relief that these are very easy tools to be used. Do you agree with this, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is how this business analyst requires to use these tools. You should know a few names. So what exactly happens when it comes to analyzing and reporting? When we are analyzing, we must accumulate those data what we have analyzed it, and we need to publish a report so that everywhere we can see the data, whatever has been gone through by all of the stakeholders. Like there are various data, and it comes with year, it comes with month, it comes with revenue and whatnot, a sales representative earning in this company and making uh, Q on Q basis this much of revenue for what kind of a company. Say for example, CMMI 5 level company. So CMMI 5 level company one, total number of sales representative, revenue raised in Q basis average, and then last quarter revenue and sales happened. So this is for CMMI level 1 company, 2 company, and 5 company. So don't you think these are many data, and it is not easy to digest them just by knowing individual details of one company? So accumulate it, to publish it, and to compare it, we must have a report which will simplify it. Do you agree with this? Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
for
Yes.
Yes.
simplification, we need a reporting. And that's when the reporting comes for business analysts. And there are few tools for it. So this tool which we are going to talk about, and in fact we use it in every single session. This is written over here. And what is this? What is
PowerPoint.
this?
Microsoft PowerPoint.
Exactly.
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint.
Thank you. Thank you for answering. Yes, this is Microsoft PowerPoint. So this software, this is the one of the tool which is frequently used by business analysts, and this software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentation like I'm doing here right now for you. Yeah, you can see that, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a
Yes.
business analyst often faces, thank you so much for answering. A business analyst often faces the situations where he needs to communicate ideas, justify, or deliver project updates to stakeholders. And this communication becomes more effective in the form of presentation through PowerPoint. Okay, so this is one of the way when you need to represent some drawing or some communication. So there, Microsoft PowerPoint is useful. Then comes the MS Excel. So we will get into the details of MS Excel. Just now, the example which I gave for the companies doing sales, CMMI 5 level company on Q basis, they requires the summary, and for that we can use pivot table. So what will be the use of pivot table? Any idea? Any answer? What do you think about it? Anyone can answer.
Like organizing data.
Yes. What else? How would you do that? By pivoting it, by filtering it, by sorting it. Do you agree with that? You can
Yeah.
Yes.
organize in that way. There is a simple thing that data are written in Excel sheet. You need to select the entire Excel sheet, and what you can do, you can apply the pivot. It's a very easy to apply, and it will give you the result you want. Okay, if you want, we can do it quickly just for you. Okay, so randomly we will create some data, and we'll see that we will be able to use it. So for and the another thing is that examining the trends with the data, sorting and filtering the data in MS Excel we can do, creating charts or graphs for these data. So that can be done. So whatever the data has come together, we can create graphs for that, which can give us the pictorial growth of it. Have you seen ever the such pictorial growth of any data in Excel? How many of you have seen it? You can say
Yes, I
yes, you
see.
have. Okay,
Yes.
who else? Aparna, Pratibha, Sawan, Sonali, Suchana. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
Okay, no
No,
problem.
sir.
No problem. So quickly we can see that. So say for example, I'm just giving you some simple data. Okay. So here are some data. Okay. I'm just trying to open. So this is data, and what we'll do, I don't know what we are going to do, but still I'm trying to create a pivot table for this. Okay. So how will we do that? So simple, we select the sheet, and I think everything is just plain data. So we have selected a sheet, right? And what we are going to do is that insert, okay, insert. Can you see here pivot table?
No, we can't see.
No,
Okay,
No.
yes.
you can't see
Yes.
No,
anything.
sir.
Let me
No.
reshare the screen completely. All right, just now I have opened an Excel file. There are some dummy data which
Oh,
has
yeah, I
some,
see it.
yeah, which has some data over here. And what I did, I just selected this data, okay, the entire sheet. And these are dummy data, from where it came from, how did you write it, so you don't have to be worried about it. This is some dummy data, and in the similar fashion, you can get any dummy data from anywhere, okay, which has got some identifier, some names column, and some date of birth column, some sex, races, and other details are there. So these are some dummy data. Okay, what we are going to do, we are creating a pivot, generating a pivot based on this data. So it's okay, easy to understand. This is a just dummy data on which I'm processing the pivot table. You can it's nothing to do with make you uneasy. This is a very simple and easy thing. So able to understand thing what I'm going to do, everyone?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So simply what I have done, I have selected the sheet, going to click on the pivot table. It asks for the range. The range is the same what I have selected. It has already selected over here. Okay, from this sheet, from A to N column. Okay, you can see A to N column on which it is processing. It asks then further, you want this pivot to be created on the new worksheet or the existing worksheet. So, well, I want this to be created on the new worksheet. So I say new worksheet, and then I click on OK. Okay, now it has given various things. So I want it to be sorted with gender wise. So excuse me, gender wise, and for that there are something which I'm going to say. For example, here something is not there. I'm just changing this. Okay, and in between I will just insert some other data randomly. Then only we can get the variation and some of the, so say for example, few records are M, few records are F, and here is /n, but I'll also keep somewhere white Asian, white American, whatever it is, and then Asian. Okay, so this is how we can now organize the data. Okay, based on, because this is something which is some a common way. So I'll go back in the sheet where the pivot has come. So what I'll do, I'll try to filter it out. Okay, So it's all up to you how you want to sort it. Okay. And say, for example, I'll also do check on this. Okay, so dates are something which is the formatting of the date is something which is not in favor. So I'll remove this field. Okay, visitor allowed, and then I will. So this is, you can play based on the requirement what your project will ask. So I'm randomly bringing this up. Okay, now you can see it has given some sort of cumulative data, and what it has given me. Uh, so just give me a second. Can you see the changes happening on the way I'm moving and it is generating the data further? Can you see?
Yes.
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 I'll just refresh this. So here you can refresh. Okay. So but when I refreshed it, it again organized it. Why I needed to refresh this? Because earlier slash n was just only the data. Okay. It was not categorized between M and F. When I created pivot table, after that, I edited that and made n M and F. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I did it after that, then after organizing this data, what I needed to do, I needed to just come here and make it refresh. And after making it refresh, it has given me the category of how many male is there, how many female are there. Okay. And it is giving me race wise category, how many male are WA, and how many total count of this male, and how many male are with the common source ID, and the total count of sex will be how much. So this is 30. Okay, now it is calculating further on with the source ID as well as with the count of sex. And the same goes with the F as in female. Okay, it is giving me the count of source ID, for how many female the count of source ID is given, uh, who has race WA, and also giving for Asian, and then its total count it is giving, and then further it is counting on the last source ID, and there as it is giving me the what you call count of the sex, and then it is giving me the total calculation, and it is giving me the total data should be 85. I'll go back and check whether total data is 85 or not. So I'll come over here, just give me a second in the Excel, and see there are total 86 record. Why it is showing 86 record? Because the top one record is the what, it is the header. Okay, and in reality data are 85, and that's what the total count it has given me in the reality. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is
Yes.
how using pivot table, just you need to select entire Excel sheet and say pivot table, and you can organize the data how do you want it. Okay, so further what else you can do? Further you can draw, so you can copy this entire data. Okay, say for example I'm going to copy it. So copy and pasted it again over here, just values. I pasted the value. Now I can insert the graph as well, right? So I can choose any graph. So it has got some recommended chart. So all charts. So I'll take, say for example, this one, clustered column, and click on OK, and the chart is ready. You can see here the name, person ID, it's uh, it itself it has taken the person ID, then column labels which are blank, the column labels which has WA, the column labels which has got the Asian. Okay, accordingly it has created, and you can change its color and all everything. Just you need to go back and edit it. But just to give you an idea, this is how you can insert a complete chart for one available data. So did you see it now? And you can create any kind of data, how whatever you want. Okay, I just now change the row and column, and now the data is changed. Did you see that?
Yes.
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 So this is how easily you can do that. What did I do? I did not do anything. I simply first thing I selected the entire Excel sheet and clicked on the insert pivot table. And in the new sheet, I just played with this by moving these fields into these filter column rows and values, and we got it organized. Once it got organized, what I did, I just selected the all the organized data and clicked on insert graph, and the graph whatever I want, I could have created accordingly. So there are multiple graphs. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So these many graphs are there. You need to just choose it, and the Excel will do work for you. You just need to know what you want to do, and rest Excel will understand and it will do. So this is how the pivot tables are created, charts are created, and this is how you can do it. So is it easy for you to understand now? What is pivot table?
Yes.
Did you understand it? So
Yes.
Yes.
I would suggest that more you will work with the dummy data, the more you can have the confidence, because it's all about confidence, because it is easy, and unless until you don't do it by yourself, it won't you won't find it easy. Okay, even if you bring a cutter at your home, which finds the which means which cuts the onion in kitchen at your home, you have seen that product on the TV, and when you bring that dicer, when you will use that, you feel more confident and you can recommend it further. When you will recommend it to someone else, that is the time when you feel more confident about it. Do you agree with this?
Yes,
Yes.
Gaurav. Gaurav, I would
Yes.
like to add something here,
Yes.
especially for
Yes.
pivot tables. May I?
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So guys, pivot tables, they may look very simple, and I know it might appear it's very easy to use, but definitely they have a lot of actual importance in industry. Giving my work experience per se in domain like banking and others, in IT also, you have huge number of data. Like for example, the data can be in hundreds and thousands, and that time per se you want to have itemized data for per area wise or location wise or person wise, and only simply sorting doesn't help. Along with that, if you see, if you must have seen while Gaurav was explaining, you also get to see individual, what the as per the selection, you can see what all data has been inputted, and that really gives you a very analytical, details as well. So if you want to present something, or we do have these small tables also in presentation, added in presentation as table in PPTs to display where we stand, what is the status as of today, what was status earlier. So the comparison is there. So how much you have grown, or how much success you have done in some of the other things, or So pivot table basically what it gives you is it gives you a very good summarized yet in detail value pertaining to to know specific pointers that you select in the table. It can be a person, it can be a location, it can be a year, it can be anything. So it's very easy to use, and it has a really very good importance in your day-to-day life. That's the reason we have included this.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
So yes, Gaurav, that's it. I just wanted to add
Yeah,
this.
thank you so much. And you know what? The same pivot table, and when you will learn somewhere else, what you will find that people have so much complicated this. So understand here what you will learn. Things has to be simplified. It is not to make you scared, but yeah, other places when you will go, things will be presented in a way that it is very complicated. so that you will fall in the interest and will remain curious to learn about it. Curiosity is really good to learn about it, but yes, you need not to be afraid and scared out of it. And that's the reason when you will undergo our training, you find that things are very much simplified and have been given in a very, simplified manner. Means who does it, pivot table, Excel, and giving you example of dicer at kitchen. No one does that, right? So how will you be able to relate that? So make things simple. We need to go ahead and choose some relatable example which your eyes can visualize, mind can understand, and can say inside your mind, aha, it works like this. When you feel like aha, then it simplifies and it boosts your confidence. So what you would like to receive the approach, simple and easy way which is powerful, or complicated but will make you interested? The first way, right? Do you agree with this? Simple and easy
Yes.
and make things powerful,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So this is how you will find it. But understand, we are making it simple for you. Okay, this is what you not find everywhere, that it has been made simple. So because it has been made simple does not mean that you will not pay attention towards it. Still, you need to continue to pay the attention, practice, and present. So everyone able to relate with it, what I we have just now presented. Even Tejaswini, are you able to get it, what we are
Yes, yes, I'm
sharing
trying to
over
get.
here?
Yes.
Thank you. So let's move further. And so here it is written, all the tasks mentioned above can be well performed using Microsoft Excel, which is a spreadsheet-like tool. Along with it, Excel provides several built-in mathematical and financial functions which can aid data analysis. So yeah, few formula you can learn how to sum things up. So very easy, some formula is there. So after before every formula there is equal to sign you need to place. So I'll do again one thing for you. So let me reshare the screen with you just to make it easy for you. So that, say for example, I need to uh, take an addition. Okay, so what I have done, I'll one formula I had used. Okay, so this is something, one data is there and some comparing is going on. You see here, there is a formula written. Whatever, there is one sheet and one column. If this is equal to another sheet and similar column, write it true or make it false. Can you see this formula?
Yes.
Yes.
Started with equal to sign.
If
Yes.
equal to.
Can you see here on the formula bar? My
Yes.
mouse
Yeah.
is moving there.
Yes.
So actually I have written formula over there, but it is giving me result in terms of true and false. Okay, wherever the data between two sheets are matched, it is giving true, else it is giving false. How did I reach over here? By applying a simple formula of comparison. Okay, this is what it is. Somewhere when you find that why it is false, what do you need to do? Sometime why it was giving false, because it was counting the spaces as well. Somewhere spaces were there, so I need to remove the spaces. What I did, so for that there is some formula which is called as trim, remove the spaces. So I'll just say for example doing this, trim d6. What it will do, in case it has any trailing or what any prefix or suffix spaces are there, it will remove those spaces and give the result without spaces. So this is one formula, just now I showed you. Say for example other formula, say this is the number, only number. Okay, now I need to give the sum of the last three number. What I can do is that I can give a summation. Okay, so here you see auto sum. Can you see here? My mouse is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you will give a click on this, it still summarizes two data, but I needed all three data to be summarized. So either you can write directly, say for example sum, and then you can select the ranges. Say for example last two. So last three rows columns I have selected, and then I close the parenthesis. Now it will give me the total value of it. Why did it give me 0? So I need to check that. So N84 to N86. So why it is giving me 0? Let me redo it. I'll run this formula and try this. Okay, so it has some issue. Let me do this. Let me convert this to the number. So how would I do that? Here you see the type is written general. I will just click on the number, and if it has got 0, I'll just remove the trailing zeros. And now I'll retry on this and check. Again it is 0, but anyways, just for you simplicity, because it is coming from somewhere else, and there is possibility that because of the types it is not giving the proper result, but I still will show you with some other values. So here, for example, these three things are there. I can definitely give you the sum of this. Here you see 78 has come. Okay, why it did not work? It did not work because it is bringing a different data type from a different sheet, and that's the reason I'll have to work on its type properly so that we can have the proper result. Okay, so but here what you will find, see here the type is still changed. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
just let's not focus on this. Let's focus on formula. And here you see that any number can be calculated using auto sum, or by using the simple formula, sum formula. Again, I have just click on auto sum and hit the click. Again, you have got the sum. So just now you saw three formula. One is comparison, one is stream, one is sum. So likewise, few formula you should know, and you can easily apply that. The moment you think what I need to do, compare formula will be there. The two things you need to compare is equal to. Trim is just to removing the spaces. That's why trim came. Sum, to calculate the sum. That's why sum came. So this is how the simple and easy formulas are there, which you can discover easily. Let's go back to the slide. So in the similar manner, there are more Microsoft Word is there, MS Visio is there, MS Visio where you can create more flowchart, more data models, more architect and diagram. Microsoft Word, I believe everyone would have used it. Have you used it, Microsoft Word, earlier, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is for data processing. And then for we here come with the requirement gathering. So here the diagram what you see, that when it comes to the requirement gathering, so it includes functional requirement as well as non-functional requirement, and thereby collecting them together at cater business requirement as a whole, stakeholder requirement as a whole, and functional non-functional together. It creates a transition of the requirement. So when it comes to the non-functional, so non-functional things are like measuring the technicality, security, stability, performance, and load, and all, which is not so tangible, are non-functional. Functional can be the features, user interface, look and feel, functionality, operations of a product. These are called as functional. So for functional requirement, uh, one SOW, which is also called as statement of work, comes, and that statement of work, before you create the requirement document, I mean functional requirement document, and wherever you cater non-functional requirement, what does it call? So non-functional requirement document, when you create, what do you think? Functional requirement documents are to cater the functional requirement, but non-functional requirement catering will be done in which kind of requirement document? Any idea?
Technical requirement document.
Exactly, you're right. It's in technical requirement document. So this is how it differentiates two different requirement document, functional as well as technical. And So a few requirement example you are going to see over here. One example is the integrating of the PayPal. PayPal, how many of you have heard of the PayPal?
I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have.
Okay. Anyone who has not heard of PayPal? Everyone has heard, I guess. Okay. So PayPal is a payment system. And say, for example, in Amazon, we have to check out or keep the checkout button. And before paying, you have the requirement is to integrate PayPal. Okay. When? So it is mentioned within step 3 or 4 in the checkout experience after the shipping address web form is confirmed. Okay, so you have entered the address and before checking out or making the payment, it has to be incorporated. Why? So these things you should ask in any kind of requirement, these questions: what, where, when, and why. Okay, are you with me so far, everyone?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these questions will go in all the requirement. So when it comes to why for this PayPal integration, it says that an established integration like PayPal is a better solution than a robust custom built integration for payment service in this case because it easily meets clients' requirement. Here credit card or banking data are already integrated inside the PayPal, and you don't need to even worry to cater all the debit card banking information separately for the new checkout process with a new website. Okay, new e-commerce website. So assumption are there that flat fee for all shipping and handling will be included. All shipping is within the US, not including Alaska or Hawaii. So here scope is also defined. What is assumed and what taxes do not apply. So this the scope is defined very well. Then exclusion on which you are not going to work. Custom shipping and handling fee calculation that will be excluded. Shipping internationally to Alaska or to Hawaii as well will be excluded. Tax rules will be excluded. So you have the clear clarity now for any requirement you are going to ask what, where, when, why, and what are few assumed things you are going to write them down. Then what is in scope you are going to write and what is out of scope that will come into the exclusion. Okay, are we clear with this? How we have catered one requirement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you need to remember the smaller the delta between client expectation and reality with their digital product, the happier your client is going to be with the end result. So, see, when you are going to work for any company, you will not be paid just for working. Then what you will be paid for? Any idea? Any idea? Who can answer this? You are not going to be paid for working, but you will be paid for adding value. What is the word? Adding value.
Adding value. Okay.
Value.
Exactly.
Oh, adding
So
value.
work anyone can do, but at work, are you thinking to add value to the product or to company? Then only you will start thinking about the enhancement. You will think when about it. So I always give a wonderful example. So imagine you are working for a banking company, okay, and someone in your family is in need of money or cash, and you are the part of that bank in which that family member has got the account. You are working on the new addition of a module of a cash withdrawal for that particular bank, and by mistake the requirement what you gathered, you either did a typo or you did some calculation mistake, and whenever as a result at the core, it is always when it comes to the cash withdrawal of a banking system through an ATM machine, cash dispensing machine, whenever a person tries to encash or withdraw $500, he always get $400. Okay, and imagine the process of claiming this error, and undergoing the settlement process, how painful this process would be. Can you imagine this? What example I'm sharing? I know that this could be very,
Time
what?
consuming.
Sorry, someone I could not hear.
Oh, time consuming.
Time consuming, and this example will not be simply easily accepted, but I'm just for the sake of understanding purpose, I'm sharing this with you. The pain the end customer will undergo, and now I have shared this thinking for you to think that it is happening with your loved ones, with close relatives. The equal frustration you can feel, but if you are not the end customer, you cannot feel the pain of it. So whenever you are working for any company, always keep the end user in the mind. Any error, how painful it could be. So when you will start thinking in this manner, then you will shift your mindset from working to add value. Do you understand this? Does it make some sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So how to bring the sense of adding value, a shift from working to add value. Is it clear for everyone apart
Yes.
from Salman? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So always carry these level of clarity so that you will continue to add value. And here we come to with RG process, which is requirement gathering process. So to make any requirement concrete, first you visit the customer, then you will start taking notes, okay, on the piece of paper. But just don't take notes, otherwise it will become boring. Make it creative so that your interest will be there. Do you understand this? Why to make it creative? So that you will remain interested and hooked to it.
Yes.
And then you can make annotation. So annotation is nothing but a pictorial representation. Write them those later in the requirement document. Use template and use cases. So template, you can use anything from the Google, you can download any template, or in generally companies do have their own template. They will give it to you, and then you start writing whatever you have taken a note upon the piece of paper. You can translate directly them into over here. Otherwise, there is one another tool which is also known as Confluence. People do take those notes on the Confluence as well. Confluence is Italian product, okay, is one of the two. Are we clear with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay, thank you. So, and then once you are ready with your requirement gathering, then you can bring the experts and peer, and then you do internal review, discuss with them. When everything is finalized, then you go ahead with the stakeholders and have the external review. So this is how you can start working on the requirement gathering process. Now we are entering something which is very interesting, is called as data driven decision making. This data driven decision making solves all the problem. What kind of the problem it solves?
All of them.
All the
All.
problems.
Exactly, all the problem. You apply it anywhere and follow the step, the solution will be there. So Prerna, do you want to take it, or I can continue? Hello, Prerna, you
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Gaurav, yeah, you can continue for some time.
Okay, no problem. So data-driven decision making, it comes with the 5 step, very simple and easy. You need to define the problem. The very first thing, why you cannot up.
On a second thought, Gaurav, I'm so sorry. I just happened to see. You can take a break for your throat. I'll continue. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi guys. We have been seeing different type of pivots and analysis tools, and this is a very interesting way of achieving or deriving to a particular decision making, which is very important in industry, right? So, why we say decision making is important, because while dealing with customers, while dealing with internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, doing day-to-day code chores, your decisions are very I would say of paramount importance in industry. So how do we come to those decisions? How do we derive? So for that, we do have this data driven decision making concept. Okay, so how does it work? Yeah. Can you all read one steps mentioned here, because it's for your own understanding, and I'll also understand you can see the screen well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Step
Please go
1,
ahead.
define the problem.
Perfect.
Step
Step
2,
2.
analyze the data.
Analyze the data. Perfect. Third.
Step 3, develop insights.
Okay. Thank you. Step 4.
Step 4, test the insights.
Okay. Step 5.
Step 5, review the results.
Okay. So here I want to give you an option. Should we go with an industry example or should we go ahead with the food example? Tell me.
Food.
Food examples.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, yeah, Gaurav, can you go back to the earlier slide, please? Yeah. So here, though I'll explain a food example, I'll just try to give you a glimpse of any particular industry example is like, for example, if you have some project and there is some additional requirement that has come in, and that is going to affect your time, your cost, it is going to disrupt your schedule. So how do you do about it? That's the actual real life example. Now, this example, I'll try to correlate with the food example, okay, because it will be easy to understand. So now the food example is apparently you have a, I would say, birthday party at your home, your birthday party for that matter. And earlier there used to be 10 friends of yours, all I would say, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, and you were okay, cool with your data or with your menu, everything was fixed. Now you realize they are bringing in, five vegan friends, and then total number has gone up from 10 to 25. Okay. So now what's the question is, earlier, because if there were only 10 people, you had decided to cook at home on your own. Now all of a sudden the number has, say 25 to maybe 30, 40, the number has gone up. So first thing is you have to cook for more people. Second, because there are vegans, and so you have to cook something different for them, because a usual dairy and other stuff will not work for them. So now here, if I see, what is the, we have defined the problem. The problem is the count has gone from 10 to say 40, and we also have variations in the problem. Like we have to cook something different from the typical menu which we had planned. Maybe biryanis, or maybe pastries, or maybe some puddings. That involves a lot of dairy products and stuff like that. So analyze the data. Analyze the data means now you know that your count has increased. That means the quantity has to be increased, right? Correct. I just let me know if you're having any thoughts on this, because I'm just trying to explain this concept with this example. So it is like best suited in that context. So when I have to analyze this data means, my problem is the number of the quantity has increased, and I still have the same amount of time. I still have the same amount of labor. Like I'm the only one, I'm planning to go ahead with the cooking part. So the time is limited, but my cost, as in the maybe the raw materials, ingredients, and things which I have to cook, that will increase. So my cost has increased. I still have the same time, so the time crunch is there. And then I have additional work, like I have to cook something separate, something vegan, vegan dishes for the vegan friends. Okay. So this is the analyze the data. Now, now we come to deriving the, developing the insights. Okay. Developing the insights means I can work, or I can think about some solutions. How would I think? So I can just, think parallelly, like, okay, may I, order a caterer, or can I order for some, for the vegan friends, as I'll have to make a complete different menu for specifically maybe five people, or or should I order half of the stuff, or should I cater for some menu? Some I can cook at home, maybe rice and steamed rice and stuff I can cook at home, and I can get the curries, or some maybe pastries from outside, or anything like that. So I'm just trying to work on the options available here. Then
Mhm.
test the insights means, now this is the best part. You actually go to the caterer, meet, and you test there some of the uh, food items. You can see what are the amount, the charges that are coming in. Or in that case, other alternative can be, you can ask your friend or some of if you have a chef friend, you're lucky. Or if you have some of your family members, your spouses, your friends, you can ask them to come in and help you. So these are the alternative solutions to the problem. Either you can go to the caterer, or you can order in, or third, you can ask your spouse or your family members, your friends, to help and cook. So you're just sorry, you're just tasting all this alternative approaches, or your, I would say, methods to overcome the problem or the scenario. And ultimately the last is review the results. So assuming maybe your friends are tied up, or you do not have any last minute help, so you decide to order in for vegan friends and from some other additional food items, and you go ahead with the plain or the easy to cook items at home. So what it does, it helped you in your problem, though it incurred some cost to you, but your manual physical effort is gone. Your you could achieve the target of your function or your birthday party smoothly. You are mentally and physically fine because you were not exhausted, and then you could cater to everybody. Like your vegan friends are happy, your other friends are happy with the variety of you have, and ultimately you are happy, so that you can have this wonderful party with all of your friends, and then everybody's happy to see the food, and you are at the same time able to enjoy with them because you are not tied up with the cooking all the time. So can you understand what I try to do here? Same industry example of having extra work within less time and within the cost budgets, how you can achieve it. So you have to have an impact on something. If you want to cook something on your own, if you want to make something on your own, then you'll definitely need to have some extra time, but you're saving on the cost. But then in case, like if your birthday is on a particular day, so right, you can't shift that day. So in such scenario, as we can't push the deadline, as we can't push the time, we had incurred some cost. We have, we had to bear some cost, and we got some, things bought or ordered in. So the bottom line of understanding this, DDTM is that to achieve to your results or to achieve to a decision, you have to think on the lines of, say, cost, time, efforts, and and then as per the gravity of the situation, as per the intensity, as per the delivery timelines, you have to focus and get it done. So this can be applied to a daily routine, for planning any particular trip, for planning your finances, like how much to invest, how much to save, how much to spend, how much to splurge. So all these things. So decisions is a daily thing, right? Even when you get up in the morning, starting with what should I make for breakfast, or should I skip the breakfast? Should I exercise? Should I not exercise? So all these things, though they may look very tiny, but these are all decisions, and these decisions can be taken with this model with a very definitive steps, like what is the problem, how to analyze the problem, that gives you better clarity, and the insights, how you have the options, and you have to test those options, and ultimately you can very well achieve the results, and you can get to the decision. So anybody has any doubts in this? Yes, no, or
No.
do you understand?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Sure, the
Yeah.
food
I
examples
understand.
makes it easier for the grasping purpose, but try to get the core intent of this, method. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Prerna, there
Yep.
are few example. I think I can take them up. So this is
Please,
in
please.
the,
Yeah, I was about to ask you if you want to pitch in.
yeah, yeah,
Please
yeah.
go ahead. Yeah.
So these are in the upcoming slides. So one example is over here. That is the
Okay.
data-driven decision-making framework to online marketing. So online marketing, when it comes, what comes in your mind, everyone? Just tell me without looking at the screen, what comes in your mind whenever online marketing comes in, where you have found the marketing happening online. In Any of the app while you are using, have you seen that?
Instagram,
Yes,
YouTube.
Instagram, YouTube, what else?
Facebook.
Facebook. Absolutely right. So here the one example is given. The example in the problem statement is defining the problem. I am not making any money from my advertisement campaign. Say, for example, someone is running one campaign for some, product to be purchased. So what he sees that what exactly problem he has, he need to define it. Okay, so he simply says that money I'm not making from the advertisement. So advertise I'm doing means he is spending the money, right? But in return, he is not getting good return of investment. Do you agree with me? And that's the reason he has quoted in this way. Okay, so before getting his money back, what all the process he needs to go, he must need to approach and reach towards his customer. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Yes.
The the more customer will be involved, there are chances that few customer will be hooked. Okay, so first is reach, second will be what, impression, people should be impressed, and then third will come the engagement, people should engage, and once engagement happens, then he will have the leads, and once leads will be done, then he will have the conversion. Do you agree with this,
Yes.
with this
Yes.
flow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we will look at this model in this similar manner. So I'm just going to just expand the size of this slide. The problem is that I am falling short of my revenue goal. The same thing, he is not able to make money, has been
My
written differently like this. Now he does analyze. When he is analyzing it, what he is finding, I'm missing my lead goal KPI by 50%. So he was expecting, say, for example, 100 leads to come up. Using that, 20% should get converted. Okay, so at least 20 customer he should make from every single advertisement campaign. But what is happening in reality, he is just making 10 customers, so he is not able to make most of the money. When he does the calculation and the analysis, what he find, that leads itself are coming lesser, so he needs to work on the generating more leads. Do you agree with me? Yeah.
yes.
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 And the third step was inside. So in this inside, what he agrees, I'm missing out on the 75% of search impression share due to lack of advertising budget. Now
Okay.
the lead is coming lesser because the impression itself is lesser. Why
Less.
the impression was lesser? Then he had insight that because the budget itself was low. Do you agree with this till this
Yes.
day?
Yes.
Now
Yes.
he do a test. He do a beta test or he do a compare test. In that, what he does, the existing campaign will continue to run, but for a certain period of time, he do a split test in which he will increase the advertisement budget by 50% for the course of 30 days. He will do a split test of 30 days only, and then result, if we find that ad budget improved and impression share also improved, then resulting in lead KPI being achieved and revenue goal, then this test is successful, and he will continue to model this thing for longer period of time. Even for the next upcoming month, he needs to run the campaign, he will run the campaign with the improved budget itself. So what he did, he identified the problem, he analyzed the problem, he got the insight of the problem, he tested that problem, and he found the new result. So what was done, I'm going to share over here with you, is the problem he defined properly. So you need to define your problem properly, that I'm falling short of my revenue goal. So can you define your problem properly? Any kind of problem. Say, for example, I'm not able to make a summary video. Anyone want to do it? Else I will leave up to you. But if anyone wants to face or undergo this, then I am very much ready to help you to reach to the result when you will have this problem. Okay, I'm not able to create the summary video. Analysis you will do, I'm missing my monthly lead acquisition goal KPI by 50%. The same thing what is written over here, everything has been written over here. So what I'll do in a very different manner, because this thing I have catered already in the previous slide. Problem I'll say, I'm not able to publish my summary video analysis. The what I do generally, so that I don't keep this goal in my mind. So always I have this goal in my mind, but somehow I miss out on the recording or publishing the video. The insight why I'm not doing it. So maybe I think that I will do it. I don't have any to-do list. I don't have my day plan. I don't have allocated time slot to sit in front of some to sit with the summary. So that is the why. So how will I sit there? How will I do it? So there is a test version comes in. I'm going to test this problem solution by sitting every single day at 9 o'clock when I come back from my office and complete my meal. Immediately before going to TV, I will sit before the mobile phone, in front of mobile phone instead of TV, and will keep the notes aside me. And as a result, what you will do, you will press the record button, you will show the summary what you have captured, and you are going to just read that summary then and there. The very first test gave you the result. So the actual problem came because I was keeping the priority towards the TV instead of the mobile device at 9 o'clock. And you simply developed a solution that um, giving an allocation of time at 9 o'clock will be helping you to give the result. So this was with the very simple example. Do you agree with this? How many of you are able to relate with this example? Who has related this example? Anyone? Are you able to relate?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not necessary whether you are creating or not creating, but are you able to relate? That is the main question. So
Yes.
Sonal is able
Yes.
to relate. So everyone can. Yeah. So thank you
Yes.
so much for your confirmation. So you need to find the loophole altogether. Why I'm not, or there could be another problem that when you are analyzing, I don't understand the purpose behind it. So I don't understand the objective behind it. So the very first problem is the understanding, because why this will be required for students to do. So there are various objective, you need to write them down. The objective number one, it will be reachable to all the recruiters who are associated with Guru schools. That's number one. Number two, it will be reachable to those people who really want to make it a career. Number three, it will be reachable to myself to retain my memory. Okay, that is number four. Number five, it is useful for me to boost my own confidence on the subject so that I can sound like an authentic one. That is the fifth. Sixth, by continuing doing that, it will help me to prepare for interview, and it will help me to crack the interview faster than them who are not doing it. So doing that, whatever the understanding gap you have, when you analyze it, you can cater all the objective and the benefit of it, and then you can develop the insight that how to develop it and why to cater it and when you can cater it. Okay, and then result will be there in front of you. Now do you understand at deeper level? Yes, from everyone.
Yes.
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 Okay, thank you. Now understand this thing. So analytics with Excel, that is the next. So one analytics, analyzing best past business performance, predicting future business performance. The focus of business analysis, function and processes, and these are identifying business needs and recommending the solution. Do you know what is the very good thing for business owner? Any idea? Not business owner, in fact, the business analyst. Any idea? What is the very good thing for a business analyst? To analyze the gap. What is that? Analyze the
Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when you analyze the gap, how it is going to benefit the business analyst? Any idea? Any idea? Okay. When you will analyze the gap, let me tell you what it does. So when you will analyze the gap, it help you to identify the fixing solution. Okay, the fixable solution. So it help you to analyze the fixable solution, and for that it gives you more hours, it gives you more revenue, it gives more engagement from the client. Okay, and if you are sitting ideal in your workplace, there are chances that one fine day you will be asked to discontinue from your job. But the more you will be able to identify the gaps, you will reintroduce and talk again with the client about these gaps. There are chances that customer will ask you to fill the gap. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
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 Say for example, you are the customer of something. Okay, you have brought say for example, camera. Okay, the camera works for you, but this camera does not record the audio. So this will not be used if you will be recording any video. Okay, then you will go to the manufacturer and will say that you had during the start told that it will also capture the audio, but it is not. So he will say, well, it is not in the latest version, it is not in the older version, by mistake I gave you the older version, let me give you the replacement. Okay, there is more money for the this person, and he will say that the latest version has $200 or $100 or $50 or $10 extra charges, so you'll have to pay because it has the audio recording feature as well. So then ultimately you need it. So because of the need, you will agree to pay him $10 extra, right? The same goes with the gap finding in the software business requirement. You need to identify the gap and you need to convey this to customer so that customer will agree, okay, fine, you will have to fix it, and for that I'll give you money. Okay, so more gaps, more money. Can you please repeat? More gaps, more money. Please repeat this with me.
More gaps, more money.
That's more
Yeah.
money.
And why you needed to repeat it? When you will repeat it, you will remember this. And when you will remember this, you while you will be performing at work, your intention is too much clear that, hey, I need to identify the gaps so that I can convey and so that I will be rewarded for money. So if you wouldn't have repeated it, there are chances you would have not remembered it while you are at work. Okay. So there is always purpose behind all these activity when we do. Okay. So understand that we are getting into analytics mode. What is analysis and analytics? So there are some examples which are given. I told you about the trim example. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, so here are few examples. Likewise, concatenate. What does it do? When you apply equal to concatenate, it has to power to combine two cells. Okay, using concatenate, you can merge anything, any two cells, whether it is at row, whether it is as column. So if you'll apply concatenate B2 colon B4, it will give you the complete statement, data cell condition 1.
One.
Okay, so this is how it is concatenate. Length to identify the length. Count A identifies whether a cell is empty or not. It will gives you the count. And then there are various other examples. There is VLOOKUP, there is searches, there is sum ifs, gives you the calculation of the what will happen when if the sum is equal to this. So that you can play with. These are few examples of the formula you can rediscover. Okay, so I told you about the pivot chart, pivot table. So here one example of airport passenger trains are there. In quarter 1, some of the airport passenger were on January, February, March. It is mentioned here. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then in quarter
Yes.
2, and then in quarter 3, this is from 2013, then for preceding years, 2012, 2011. And
Okay.
when all the details are captured from the different sheet, the pivot table is generated over here. You can see at the down. Can you see that?
Yeah.
In fact, this itself is a pivot table. And then against that, one line graph was presented. Okay, so it has shown the growth year wise. You can see 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13 quarter wise, and then what was the value it was reaching to. You understand this? This was
Yes.
became possible because of
Yeah.
pivot.
Yes.
And so here we have to understand the stakeholder. So stakeholders are those. Why we need to convey the changes and gaps to the stakeholder? Because they approve it, the need of the gap filling area. So who are those? So those are, to name a few: investors, sponsor who will sponsor the project, of course the employees who are working with the client, customer themselves, suppliers are there, communities are there, governments are there, trade association are there. These also come under the stakeholder. So why they become the stakeholder? Because they have interest in a company and can either affect or be affected by a business operations and performance. Even governments sometimes get affected by businesses, right? So depending upon the they contribute into the economy of the country. Do you agree with this? The
Yes.
businesses, yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's why these are the stakeholders who have uh, interest in the businesses. So those who directly impact by the project, who are impacted by the project, and those who may be indirectly affected are stakeholder. So here are the example which are given to you, which I shared with you. So here how they are managed. So they need to first identify, okay, why they are needed. It's a related document comes into the place, and then their influence are catered and analyzed, okay, and then what they expect, that is mentioned and managed. And based on their expectation, the action items are written, and then these action items are reviewed and performed, and then again repeated for the next project. So this is how stakeholder management works. Any question on this? Is it clear to you? You can take a picture of it. Are we good to proceed further?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
So here it has been precisely given in the stepwise manner. So, and these are the principle itself. So 8 principle of stakeholder management says that these principle highlight the action words that illustrate the spirit that should be used in engaging with stakeholder. So you need to acknowledge that first, monitor them, and then listen, communicate, adopt, recognize, work, and avoid. So you can take the picture of this as well. So these are 8 principles. How many?
8.
Yes. So here you see are the 8 principles for stakeholder management, and they will help in these skills, in the communication, in planning, in the expectation setting, leadership, negotiation, project management, and needs assessment, so that you can again win more project and more requirement, and you can continue to solve their problem, so that at end what you will continue to do, make more money. Okay, so you are serving, you are adding value. At the end, what is happening? Because you are solving the problem, at the end, you are contributing to economy, personal economy, as well as organizational economy, as well as government economy. Do you agree with this? So
Yes.
by using
Yes.
8 principles, these 8 principles, you develop these skills and you contribute into the economy. Okay. And what this stakeholder management does, they help you to flow, they help you to manage the flow of what? Information. What we are managing through IT, we are managing the information. Do you understand that most of the time the information are managed? The actions come after the information is exchanged. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, information is the key. So for that, the next step is understanding the information management cycle. I think I will not get into the details of this, even though there are just 3 slides are left. I would suggest you to go back and listen to the recording so that it will give you more clarity, more confidence, so that you can create a summary out of it, so that you will be feeling more powerful and more authenticity on the subject what you have undergone just now. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
is it a deal you are going to
Yes.
rewatch the video and
Absolutely,
present the
Gaurav.
summary?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
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 cool. Any question from any of you? I'll consider it as no. Prerna, do you want to add something? Prerna, do you want to add something? I think
I
Prerna,
had a
you're talking
doubt.
on mute.
I had a doubt, Gaurav.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is the KPI?
KPI. So it's a key performance index.
Okay.
Okay. So it's all about performance.
Okay, it's
Okay.
like a goal.
Yeah, so it's like a goal, like a KPI. When you looked at it in the advertisement business, the KPI is about the performance of the campaign, which is not bearing, which is not ranking. And see what happens whenever the like someone said that on Instagram you watch the video. So for the advertiser, what happens? They keep on getting the ranking, they keep on receiving the ranking from the platform, that at what ranking their advertisement are running. So say for example 1 to 10, so they give you whether the advertisement reach is poor or average or good or excellent. Okay, so these are the index for them, these are the comparison index for them, and that defines and acknowledge and letting the advertiser know how their advertising is ranking with the platform. So this is measured under KPI, key performance index. Okay, so
Okay.
for any performance there are different terms. Say for example, if you will be working as an employee, so corporate generally identify the KRA. Okay, KRA or KPA. So what will be that? KPA will be key performance area. KRA will be key responsibility area. So these are the abbreviation. Did I answer you, Aparna?
Yes, yes, Gaurav. Thank you.
Okay, well then. So Prerna, I was just asking if you want to add something.
Sorry, Gaurav, I couldn't hear. I think I got some voice issue. No, no, I think we are good. And as you mentioned, today there's a lot of variety of topics we have covered, from
Yeah.
pivots to DDMM and for your different examples. So I think we should give all of them this time to sink all these in and rewatch the videos. And for the next session, if they have any doubts, they can come up and share. So I think we are good to end. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, guys, just wanted to know, means from all of you, because you have just attended, Aparna, because you were talking last. So, yes, what do you feel like saying about today's session? Are you able to digest it well? What is going to be action item, and what do you feel about it? So, Aparna, over to you.
Yeah, Gaurav, there's a lot of information and new terms which we have to again rewatch and do some self-research and understand, and then only we'll be able to summarize, I guess. So
Yeah.
summarizing would be the goal. Yes.
So, was it able to, was it easy for you to understand while the session was on?
Yes, your examples and Prerna's examples were helping us to understand better.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Aparna. Aparna, call out someone's name on the screen, you see?
Yes, Sonali.
Yeah, Sonali. Sonali, what do you feel like saying about today's session? What did you feel?
Yes, the session was very informative, got lot of information. We covered lots of topic. So definitely gonna rewatch it. And yes, it was easy to digest, as you said. And
Mhm.
I would just request you to post the last session recording link so that we can go through it, because I think that we missed from the
Okay.
last.
No, we haven't missed. There's a delay. We will upload that.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah,
Sure.
thank you.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I will call Sochna. Over to you.
Yes, Suchna. Yeah, even though you are repeating, yeah, you can add.
Yeah, today's session is very interesting session.
Okay, Suchna, thank you so much. To whom you want to tag next?
Pratibha.
Pratibha. Yes, Pratibha, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav and Prerna, for the session. Yeah, today there are a lot of new terms. It's very informative. Yeah, I'm sure gonna rewatch it.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank.
Pratibha. Call out someone's name on the screen, you see?
Yeah, Tejaswini.
Yes, Tejaswini. Second
Yeah.
day, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, hi Gaurav. Yeah, this was quite informative, and I learned so many that we use so many tools as a BA, as you
Mhm.
told, like MS, Excel, Word, and it was good. Like you taught us about the pivot tables, and we have lots of time, like a week, so we can use the tool and get to know more about the tools and all, like Excel. Yeah, we can practice about that. You told it's better to practice, so I got to know some tools,
Yeah.
and that's what, like, I'll watch the session once again and understand much better and use some tools in a week. Like, we still have like 4 5 days till the next session, and rewatch the video again.
Super, amazing, Tejaswini. Thank you for sharing. Call out someone's name on the screen, you see?
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah, Sawan. Sawan, what do you feel like saying, sir?
Oh yeah, so basically I learned a lot today, a lot of new like terms and like definitions, basically the things that like I never knew about. So it's gonna be like a rewatch to like understand basically like more of what is happening, and like practicing on like the Microsoft Excel, like all the pivot table and like all the different equations that you could do basically.
Yes, Sawan. Thank you so much.
And I just have a question. Is there like
Yeah.
a website that I could use to like get like dummy data to practice with, or?
Yeah, definitely. You can. What do you want to search, and that dummy data will come. So,
Oh, okay.
say for example, you want to have zip code of multiple cities. If you want to have address of multiple cities, you have want to have the name of some some professionals and their details. You just need to Google it out, and you will be able to get it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Sawan. So yeah, Sawan, call out someone's name on the screen, you see?
So I think everyone went, but Brandon?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Savan. So, all in one, a superb session for me, because we learned a lot of new concepts. Very nice example shared by Gaurav, and the one and only food example for DDMM I had shared. I think that was helpful, and I really like the enthusiasm wherein you guys are pitching in and asking for some things, or at least being a very, I would say, interactive. So all in one, a super session. Really had a great time. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So yeah, even I try to enter the kitchen. So dicer example I give you.
Yes. I heard that. Yes,
So I
definitely.
think
And by
that,
the way, even with your throat, you really gave a good session. I couldn't feel you
yeah.
really have. It's quite tender right now, and I hope it gets better in the next session. Yeah.
Definitely. Yes. Thank you so much, Prerna. So thank you so much, everyone, for your participation, and continue to do hustling a lot. Remember, this sessions are just not a day. So today is Tuesday. You are doing this, but don't forget to miss the RRP session. Always, it has to be attended in parallel. On Wednesday, you have time. You can digest, draw, and you can summarize what you have learned. Again on Thursday, RRP session. Why RRP sessions are necessary to repeat again and again? Because that gives you visibility, that builds your credibility, so that it increases your marketability. So remember, visibility, credibility, and marketability, that will only happen when you will continue to show up in the RRP session that happens every Tuesday and Thursday. When timing and the link will be found in the group itself, will be posted by HR, as well as sometime by Devji himself. So here you will be doing profile optimization and all. And on Friday, again, what you can do, whatever Friday, what you can do, you can Thursday you have done it, and then on Friday you can take a rest, and then on Saturday you continue to get prepared for the upcoming session. Will be done on the Sunday. If any summary is left out, you can rewatch and create it, and then on Sunday you come back on the session, and then again repeat the same thing on Monday, and then on Tuesday we are going to meet you again. So this is how you have to completely engage every single day, even for 15 minutes, apart from the session day, will keep you completely engaged and on toes, and make you feel that your confidence is increasing in the subject, so that you are ready for mock interview session, which will be the end of the training program. Okay, so are we good with this? If no question, you can drop. And yeah, so agile team can stay back over here, because I need to answer Suchna's question. So rest of you can drop if you wish to.
Thank you so
Uh,
much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Gaurav, you asked
Yes.
me to get that with you, right? Like the session, recorded
Yeah.
session. So
Tejaswini, you can ping me on DM,
okay,
and then what I can do, I can give you the link. Using that, you can make a request of accessing the remaining previous session, and you can continue watching them. Yeah.
okay, yeah. Thank you, Gaurav and
Yeah,
Prerna.
Tejaswini. Yeah, most welcome.
Bye-bye. Good night, guys.
Good night, Tejaswini. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll take.
Suchna. Yeah. So Suchna, you asked for Scrum of Scrum, right? I think everyone dropped but let me ask you, what do you think? What is Scrum of Scrum?
Uh,
Before I could answer, what does it sound to you?
Scrum of Scrum means
How
I don't know. Mm,
you
Scrum of
understand
something specialized, specialized something in.
Scrum is a framework, right? Scrum is a
Yeah,
framework that caters the sprint, right?
yeah.
Okay. So when it caters the few sprints, then we are talking here Scrum of Scrum. Means where somewhere already Scrum are going on. Okay. So Scrum framework is implemented. So what happens exactly? There is a one project on which Scrum has been applied, and you are working on them. Okay, working on it. But have you heard of scaled agile as well?
Yes.
So scaled agile technique. So what it does, it offers a way to connect multiple teams together who need to work together to deliver a complex solution. Okay, like I keep on giving the example of banking, but banking may be catering the various, say for example, Federal Bank in USA, that is catering various banks. Say for example, Bank of America, Bank of Milan, New York Milan, or Dodge Bank or something. So all these projects are being catered at one company who works on payment system or banking products, say for example, online banking system.
Okay.
Okay, so to cater all, only one say for example module they have to work, for example, but also they have to work on the all the company's requirement. So can they work together and give the result to all these 5 6 companies? Do you think?
Yeah,
Hello?
with the Scrum, like if they'll use the Scrum, they can do it.
Yeah, they can use it, but now because they are delivering to 5 to 6 projects, so working on a larger project and complex project with the help of the multiple Scrum team, when that happens, it is called as Scrum of Scrum. Okay, where one Scrum is not involved. Okay,
Okay.
does it give you more clarity now?
So that means multiple Scrums. You can work with multiple Scrums.
Yeah, you can work with a multiple Scrum for the complex product to give the result of a complex solution. Okay, so Scrum of
Okay.
Scrum is mainly to give the solution towards the complex project, and the purpose of this is to ensure the coordination and integration of the output from the all various teams, and by eliminating all the impediments becomes the smoother one. Okay, so it generally involves two or more than two teams which work together. Say for example, one team is working on payment model, one team is working on the card model. They are coming together and working for Bank of America. This will be called as what? This will be called as Scrum of Scrum. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so today I had one interview with Tech Mahindra. So that's there they asked me this question and they asked me another one, what is called, that is called Zero Scrum.
Yeah. So zero Scrum is the very first Scrum.
Yeah, just before starting the project, the stage is called Zero Scrum, I think.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah, I said that one.
Good.
And
So
they
how was
asked
the
me,
interview overall?
pardon?
How was the interview overall?
Actually, they asked me so many questions on Tableau, so which I could not answer.
Okay, Tableau. Okay. So you know how to learn Tableau. Just wait a second. Did I stop the recording? Wait a second.